Yo, what's going on YouTube? We back again with another video. This video, I'm gonna do a tips and tricks guide with Komamura or Sajin. I don't know why I be saying his last name like that. Be a little awkward sometimes. But let's start off real quick, just breaking down the character. I know this game's been out for quite some time, like 3 months, but some people, I don't see a lot of people play Sajin, so let me put you on game. He's a 3-star character. I can't remember if it's 1 that's the hardest or 5. I think it's 1. So 3, he's like, he might be one of the very few that's a 3. That he's not hard to play, but he's not easy as well. So to me, he's medium to long range. Well, actually, he's all around. You want to use Tinkin all the time. So basically, that's your Sig. You want to keep that up all the time. For certain characters like Ichigo, he's gonna want to spam whatchamacallit, get to the potential, so it's gonna be hard to close up on him. You always want to keep this up, and then if you're playing a good character, they're gonna constantly push you, so you won't have time to do that. That's where you're gonna want to kind of, you know, sidestep, back up, get it off, but you still may not be able to get it off. So at that time, you're gonna have to learn how to fight with Sajin. He's very good close range despite him being slow. He's not like Ichibe. Not like Ichibe. I'm just saying, DLC character. He's not like him. He reminds me a lot of him. That's why I can play Ichibe a little bit, but still, if I try to play Ichibe, you're gonna lose, man. Cause look, even here, his quicks are very quick. The thing I love the most, that I've used the most, is his quick dash. Quick dash. You can't really, to me, that's equal to Ukiyora's quick dash. That leads up to a lot of follow-ups. Once you get that in, I usually go in, follow up with a heavy. That does quite a little bit, that does a little bit of decent damage. I don't know what the fuck I'm struggling to say. That does a little bit of damage, but it's not shabby. Versus you just doing quick. You get in there quick, heavy. It gives you a little bit of damage, and then let's add our signature in there. Oh fuck, I fucked up. Quick, heavy. Fuck. Forgive me. Shit. Fucking with me trying to do this shit all in one. Quick, heavy, Sig. That gives you a lot more. And then if you want to go in there and be fancy with it like I do, quick, heavy, Sig, yellow reverse. What the fuck just happened? Hold on, damn, fuck, I ain't never did no shit like that. So quick, heavy, Sig. Oh, I'm tripping. This is where I'm getting a little too big for my britches. I'm tripping. Damn. Fuck, I'm fucking up again. I don't start off with a heavy. That's the hardest shit to do. If you can start off with a heavy, you're gonna fucking do so much damage. Quick, heavy, yellow reverse, ease up, heavy, Sig, and then you're gonna flash that. Look at all that fucking damage. This shit is like your bread and butter. And then sometimes you won't be able to get all that off. You gotta, you know, boom. And then sometimes somebody's running up, I'll bait them. You gotta hit that up. I don't know what it's called. Let me see what it's called before I just give out some wrong information. The special flash attack, your retaliation sweep, you stamp the ground, charge up power, the step into slice at the enemy. That is an unflinchable move. So sometimes, they say it's unflinchable, sometimes you're gonna get your ass whooped trying to do this shit. But it's a good bait technique. I use it when I know a character likes to back off in their long range. So I'll just kind of bait, and they'll just keep backing up. And then that third one, I'll just give the swing. Because usually they're close enough in. They're either going to backpedal, front step, and backpedal. It's all about, Sajin is very good in long range, but it's all about a mind game with Sajin. If you can bait your opponent and just boom, and then, see, I don't want to say I perfected or mastered him. I did become #1 with Sajin. That's my favorite character in Bleach, favorite captain. One of my favorite anime characters, so I had to learn him. Like, I was going to learn him. He's very slow, don't get me wrong. He's not slower than Ichibe. But he's slow. So, back to what I was saying. what else was I saying? You could do heavies, also boom, boom, sig, and then yellow reverse, and then pop your SP2. I've never actually got that off in game, but I really want to try it, but it's like a very big gamble. If you miss that move, you wasted a yellow reverse and you wasted your SP2. But now, this is the biggest thing I've learned with Sajin going against highly skilled players. Players that you know are going to whoop your ass, bro. Like, whoop your ass. I'm talking about the Unohanas, the Byakuyas, the Dangai Ichigos, the Bankai Ichigos before the nerf. Even after the nerf shit. You're not going to be able to, like, how some people, I still see some Sajins, very rare because not a lot of them, that they will boom, they don't even want to kill you at the beginning. They're just going to take 2 key cones, keep doing 2 key cones till you get to 5. That's to me, no go. Unless they're not really good to me, that's another one. Because even if you get 2, that puts them at 7. You have to kill them one more time to get them to 5. And then once you go to Bankai, you have to automatically kill them all the way or you're fucked up. And a lot of people aren't good in their weakened state. So what I do is I get them all the way down to 3. And then they're down to 6. So that puts you at 2 more you got to get, that's down to 4. So then once I go to Bankai, I can kill you, that's game. Or either all I got to do is kill you in weakened state. So now let's get to my favorite part. I skipped a couple things in base that I got to come back to. But Bankai, I like to go into this when I'm going against a highly skilled player and don't kill them off rip. Let's say I can usually tell if I'm halfway, if I'm halfway down to health and they're still at full bar, I know I'm gonna have to go to Bankai to kill them. Because if I kill them too late and they're already to evolution and I'm nowhere, I'm about to lose my health, that means they're about to evolve, get 4, and then I wasted my chance to get 4. I'm gonna kill them to get 2 or either 3, and I have to kill them one more time to get them down to a 3rd Keycon kill. When easily I could just boom, go into Bankai and get 5 off rip and kill them one more time. This does not work on a highly skilled player all the time, but majority of the time it's gonna work. Because most people are like, oh, you wasted your Bankai, you just messed up. So there's a difference between me and a lot of other players that play this character. I can actually beat you without my Bankai. Base form, or I can beat you in reawakened form. Reawakened form is one of my favorite forms now. Did not like it at first, because he still has all the same attacks as far as light and heavy. His attacks don't seem too weak, but they're not as strong. But his sig is literally crazy good, and it is a shockwave, so you can't push him crazy, or you're penalized. You can ho-ho, you're still penalized. Like, that is such a safe move. Like, his grab used to be one of my worst things, but actually, let's go back to base, because I don't need to be in that no more. Normal. His grab is such a plus. Let's see. Where are we? Guard, always guard. Boom. So I think it's after 2. Boom. No, I know what it is. See, I'm so used to, I rarely just hit lights up close. I always quick attack, boom, and I get 1. So after you quick attack, quick dash, and you see their guarding, boom, boom, grab. And then you can go into your combo, you can do the yellow reverse, or you can keep it going. That's another thing I want to talk about too. Where is it? So a lot of people won't let you get your sig off, so let's go heavy. Oh, I forgot he's guarding. So this is something that I love that I get off a lot too. Okay, I don't know what's going on. There we go. Never guard. So let's see. Most of the time I don't have Tenkin up, but highly skilled players will try to keep you from getting it. So you have to kind of show them that you don't need it. Boom, boom, boom. Yellow reverse without it, and then hit it. I'm still in weakened state for some reason. That's very weird. That is very weird. Why is it doing that? So let's go back to awakening. And now let's go back to base, because that was very weird. Matter of fact, let me just get out of this real quick. I hate when it does that. So yeah, we're gonna go that, and then let's take a random character. Let's see what. So basically my thing is, everybody's not gonna let you get your SIG up, so you're gonna have to bait them into getting your SIG up. So I'm gonna show you a quick way to get your SIG in, because that helps you get the most damage off of your combos. And it's like a combo finisher and sometimes a key cone finisher itself. So if somebody's not gonna let you get your SIG in and they're just rushing you constantly, but you have your meter, boom, heavy, spam to get the yellow, and then you sneak it in and you have just enough time to quick dash and you still get it off, and then you still, look at all that damage, man. It's crazy. And then I love another one. If you use your SIG Tenkin from a distance or close range, it makes them stagger just enough to where you can hit your SP2. Not a lot of damage, but that is a good health ender to basically get a key cone move off. I rarely use it. I don't like using it because I like to save my SPs for Bankai. That draws me to another thing. Before I get to that, it was something else I was going to use. Oh, his SP1. His SP1 is such a good defensive tactic. I do not waste those. I don't use any of my SP moves at all, really. I don't waste them, but this right here is one of the best finishers ever. You can get this off. I mean, not finishers, one of the best skills ever in the game to me. You can get this off without, like, look at this. That's still too early. Let's see. See how he got that off even when he got hit? That is, and you can do that with any, fuck, I'm stuttering a lot. You could do that with any, if I can figure out how to get back this shit. There we go. You could do that with any character, any move in the game. Sometimes you can get away with that with a grab. That is a very good move. And usually, when I have to use that, I usually don't have all 3 stocks for my SP. So usually I keep 2 in the chamber, just because a good player is gonna always try to do the same thing twice. So that will push them back. Usually they'll evolve or they'll kind of back off, and then if they block it the first time, they don't expect it the second time. And then what's my favorite thing? Let's go into my awakening. Still one of the coolest Bankai in Bleach, period. I don't care what nobody says. Big ass giant, bruh. It's fucking cool. But once you go in this, you want to save your 3 SPs. Everybody knows by now. Hey, what the crap, bro? What? Why did it not let me? Why is it? Everybody knows by now his unblockable SP2, or everybody should know by now, unless you're new to the game. That is an unblockable move. A lot of people wait, they don't like to use it, or from what I've seen, the Sajins that I have seen that aren't like up there, or really besides me, they burn up their SP, so by the time they go into that awakening, they don't have it. And everybody knows by now, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to do it for some reason. That's an unblockable move. So you wanna save that. You wanna save all your SPs, cause those 3 yellow bars and your third swing, which is, oh crap, that one as well, you have triangle, heavy, and then O for that third swing. A lot of people still do not know about that. That burns up some of your yellow skill, your yellow SP. So you don't want to do that too often. You have heavy and then you have O. That burns it up. But those are sneak attacks. I love those because those are sneak attacks. Then you have up triangle, and of course my awakening runs out. Then you have up triangle, which is a good one as well. I'm trying to show some valid reasons, bro, and then this shit keeps running out. It's just crazy. This is crazy, twin. Let's see. So you have up and then O. Usually I'll let that play out for a good little bit, act like it's nothing coming behind it, and then O. That usually I'll use that when they're like literally on red and they're gonna ease their guard. I'll go ahead and get that kill, and I'll wait till they're all the way down to like 15% health before I go to Bankai if I can help it. Cause all you gotta do is just heavy, and usually they'll stop blocking that third swing. They're done. So once you go in on that 4, when they're down to 4, you hit your SP2, and then just try to go for the guard break. once they're out of guard break, they're done, bro. And see, a lot of people can't kill in that weakened state. That's where you have to get better at that weakened state. Because to me, he has the better weakened state between Renji. Renji is still good, but you have to have SP2 so he can still have his regular features. If they gave that type of feature to Sajin to where he could still use Tenkin for some reason, that would be crazy. Like this, I don't know what the point of giving him that was. That is so, but I mean it's strong though, but it's hard to hit unless you just have a yellow meter reverse and then you hit that. That's pretty clutch. I might need to start using that in my weekend state, but I don't know. I feel like that's pretty much all the tips I got for Sajin. Excuse me. Let me go back real quick, see if there's anything I missed in his base form. Cause he is really good in his base form. I just don't know how to really describe it. He's a slow. Oh, I remember what I was gonna do. He's a slow character, but you gotta find your pace with him. You cannot be too quick with him. You cannot be too slow. He's the perfect blend of just like easing in. What is it? In between the lines. Like, cause I even just developed a certain tactic I like doing with him. Shout out to Mid City Q, because I got this from him. I learned how to literally dash characters watching him, because playing this game, this is why I was never in the top 20. All I used to do was just rush, back up. This is my worst thing. Back up, run, back up, run. But now I can, sidestep. But now I call it, what did I call it? Jumping jacks, or like jogging with Komamura. Because he's a big character, but he's slow, but he's kind of lethal, like in between the lines type of character. So if I'm going against somebody like Ukiyo or Ichibei is easy, just sidestep. But Ukiyo or Byakuya or Uryu, that is a very difficult player to beat. He just shoots arrows all day. But I will literally just kind of sidestep up, get closer, and then sidestep back, and then sidestep to the front, and then sidestep back again. And that way, see how I got that quick dash in? They don't know what to expect. And sometimes if a character dashes to you, as soon as they dash, you can actually pivot around them, which is crazy. And it's just a lot of cool things like that to where you can do to it just makes you kind of untouchable. Because I know for a fact with Sajin, I can take one health bar without losing health on mine. If I'm locked in. If I'm not locked in, bro, I'm gonna have a rough day. But don't get me wrong, I mean, I'm not saying that like I'm OP with this character. I'm not saying that like he's the best character in the game. I'm just saying from my experience, from grinding with Sajin to be the #1 Sajin, like he's my most comfortable character, and I feel like I know how to play him pretty well. And I feel like he is a top tier character. I feel like every character is top tier in their own way, but for me, I feel like he's a top tier character because his Bankai changes the game. It literally changes the way the game is going to be played next. Because to me, he's a strategic character. If you think steps ahead with him, and then with his kit, he's literally, to me, how I feel, he's an OP character. I do agree his SP2 is so OP, but I mean, it is canon. If you get hit, I mean, you're going to get killed, bro. Like you're gonna get murked in the anime. So I do agree that he is, he's an OP character. Not OP, but he's I don't like to say cheesy. To me, he's a top tier character if you know what you're doing. And if you can play mind games with your opponent like this here, like, hold on, I'm kind of messing up right now trying to talk at the same time. But the sidestep mechanic, and then he's very quick. That's one thing. His quick forward dash is quick, but his grab, that is slow. I will never do that unless I'm like just quick dash, and then no, I won't do that either. Quick dash, one, and then do it. That will catch an opponent. But that little, I call it jogging, and then you hit the little Tenkin, and then you set it up again, heavy, yellow, then you get in your Sig, and then you do it again, and then heavy, Sig, ho-ho. It's kind of just repetition. Like that right there would take somebody's whole health bar. Now, don't get me wrong. I said Sajin, Yamamoto, and Gilga were the 3 hardest hitters in the game. After seeing so much and being an example of Gilga, he still hits the hardest in the game. You can hit 3 heavies, half your health bar is gone. Sajin, if you let him combo you to death and continuously do the same thing, he's the fastest heavy hitter. Yamamoto, if he didn't burn himself, would be the heaviest hitter, without a doubt. But yeah, Sajin's very slow, but to me, he's top tier, because you don't have too many characters in the game that can just literally beat you to death with their base form, and then go into Bankai and change the whole effect of the game. Because there's a lot of matches I never had to go to Bankai. Then it's some matches where I absolutely had to go Bankai. Like, look at how much damage he does in that form. And then they added something. Oh, where his combos are a little bit quicker, because that used to be slower. I know with Renji they added it. Renji didn't even have an O button where you could combo after the 2 heavies. But that does so much damage, and then his grab. You cannot run up on him in his awakening. And I don't know what that X button does. But this right here, that's a shockwave. Many people think he hits you. He actually sends a shockwave behind it where you can get, killed with that. It doesn't do a lot of damage, but he has a lot of tricky, sneaky moves. And his awakening does last roughly about 30, not even 30 seconds. I'd say probably 20 seconds. Probably 15 or 20 has to be at least. And those are my tips with Sajin. I personally think he's a top tier character. I feel like if you play with him long enough, you'll learn him. But I just kind of learned all his moves, his mechanics. He's slow, but he's not as slow as you think. Like, that is nasty. He reminds me a lot of Ichibei. That's why I tried to play Ichibei, but Ichibei is literally close range, and you have to get in to like do certain things with Ichibei. That little like Tenkin is literally like, bro, I don't know how I just went from Tenkin to weakened state, but okay. But those are my tips on Sajin. I think he's a top tier character. Y'all let me know what y'all think.